Pop the top, it's time for another video to drop, and today, bringing you guys episode 17 of the WWE 2014 series. This is the Cruiserweight Classic Week 3? I want to say it's the third week of the Cruiserweight Classic. If I'm mistaken, let me know in the comments. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and get on into it. We kick things off, as always, we're in the crow's nest with Mauro Ranallo and Joey Styles. They're giving us a rundown of what to expect tonight on the CWC, and then they tell us that next week is the last week of the first round of the CWC. However, tonight we still do have the first round, so let's go ahead and get right on into the action. I got a 51D+. Let me preface this episode like I do every episode of the CWC. We're not looking for ratings. This is just storytelling, basically, because we already know the ratings are going to be ass. We kick things off, though, in an abysmal match. Drake Younger defeated Marty Scurll in 8 minutes and 17 seconds by pinfall with a Drake's Landing. Very shocking in the fact that this is the first time someone's had a vignette on the last week of the CWC and actually lost the following week. So Drake Younger picks up the win, advancing in the tournament, and they got a 33 E+. Not bad at all, not bad at all. They had good chemistry and it lifted the match, that's good. Afterwards, of course, they go to shake hands, which they do, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Party Marty Scurll pops off with an elbow, drops Drake Younger to the ground, and just starts stomping him out, and then gets this crazy look on his face. And then we hear Mauro Ranallo say, "Mamma mia, something has snapped in Marty Scurll. What is all going on with this party kid? He just doesn't look like a partier anymore." And Marty's just kind of twitching a little bit, like, and he's like shaking his face a little bit, like, I don't want this anymore. And he just starts stomping out Drake Younger, stomping him out. We get the security to come out. They drag basically Marty away. And that got a 48D+. Marty Scurll, the first man to break the code of the CWC, not shaking hands after the fact. We then go on, however, to a bout that had terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat. Solomon Crowe defeated Kyle O'Reilly in 10 minutes and 20 seconds by pinfall with a headlock driver, which got a 36D-. Solomon Crowe advancing in the tournament. After last week, you saw his vignette happen at the end of the show. Nevertheless, after the fact, they shake hands, and Crowe just smiles and says, "I'll see you on your computer." And they just shake hands, and Kyle's like, What? And Solomon's like, "I'll be in your DMs." And Kyle's like, "Wait a minute." And Crowe's like, "I'm gonna win the whole damn thing. Nothing's gonna stop me from taking this ring." And after the weird song, he gets out of the ring and he begins laughing before all of a sudden a static effect happens on screen. The lights go out in the arena. They come back on. Crowe's gone. No one knows where he went. This man is anonymous. And that got a 60C. Not bad. After the fact, though, we get a hype-up video talking about next week. Jushin Thunder Liger, Cruiserweight legend. This man is a legend. He will be in action next week in the final round of the opening round of the CWC. The final opening round matches will take place next week. Jushin Thunder Liger will be a part of that, of course. And that got a 61C. Not bad at all. We then go on to a bout that had terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat. Tyson Kidd, fact, defeated Mark Andrews, fact, in 10 minutes and 7 seconds by pinfall with a code blue, fact. Mark Andrews debuted his underdog gimmick. It got very good. It's actually really good to know for future reference. Yeah, Tyson Kidd, 61 in-ring performance. Good stuff by Tyson Kidd here. First time we've seen Tyson Kidd since he got beat up by Leo Kruger. And that got a 46D. Good stuff. After the fact, they shake hands, showing respect to one another. Tyson Kidd, of course, advancing in the CWC now. We then have another vignette of the night. Kenny Omega, who is still not yet to compete, is being shown off in this one. And Kenny Omega being a big star in Japan for the junior heavyweight division over there. But can he translate that stardom into success here in the CWC? That's the question that needs to be answered. And I got a 49D+. Good stuff. After the fact, we had a bout that had terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat. In our main event, Brian Kendrick defeated Akira Tozawa in 13 minutes and 44 seconds by pinfall with a sliced bread number 2. That got a 40D-. Like I said, not really expecting much from ratings here. But nevertheless, Brian Kendrick does advance in the CWC, going on to the next round. And afterwards, they shake hands. We hear Mauro Ranallo say, "Tune in next week," as we have Japanese legend Jushin Thunder Liger competing in our main event of the CWC. And don't forget Kenny Omega and a plethora of other guys as we finish off the first round of the CWC. Thank you guys and good night. And I got a 53C-. To end the CWC show, Mark Andrews was slightly overused. Alright, I guess. That got a 44D. Like I said, can't really ask for much when it comes to ratings for this series, but nevertheless, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, because we have daily content for the WWE 2014 series, and as always, take it easy, guys.